Hi. So we've looked at a few things over the last 10 or so videos, I think it is, and I'm thinking now it's time to actually start looking at how you're going to plan your personal development. You know, what is it you want to achieve? How are you going to achieve that? What are the steps that you need in place? What are the possible things that could go wrong? And how are you going to manage those things? You know, we do a lot of preparation in life for lots of things, career changes, moving house, having babies, but we're not always very good at planning our own personal development, where we want to go to in life, what it is that we want to achieve. And you know, for some people that is their careers, but for others it might be something else. For some people it's about finding the one, and for other people it's about being on a path of self-discovery. It's just different for everybody. One of the most well-known models for personal development, and I'm sure a lot of you out there know this one and you're probably mouthing it at me even now, is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And I'm going to show you a slide of that in just a second. So Maslow then realised that we all have needs in life, and we're all born with the same inherent needs, of course, and if our basic needs are met, if we go up and up different levels of needs and those needs get met, we can end up reaching our full potential. So the very first level then, that very basic level, is about our physiological needs. What do we need just to survive? Well, you see, when you think about it, we don't need television to survive. We don't need mobile phones. We don't need designer clothes. What we need are the very, very basics of life, isn't it? So it's food, water, warmth, shelter. It's those very, very basic needs, isn't it? And you know, the food as well. I mean, we talk a lot these days about healthy eating and everything else, but you know what, if that food was, I don't know, chicken nuggets and chips all the time, you would still survive. You might not be the healthiest person, but you would survive. So physiological is really about those very, very basic needs that we have that just keep us alive. Next, we have safety needs. We all have a need to feel safe, whether it's safe as a child by being held by our parents, whether it's safety as an adult, knowing that, you know, that your car is safe for you to drive in, whether it's about the safety that we're given by the armed forces or the police, that safety. We all need a sense of safety, and safety of course comes in very, very many ways. Sometimes it comes in the form of relationships, you know, parent and child, siblings sometimes, and lovers. So again, it's really just a little way above those other things that we need just to survive, our physiological needs. This is, it's a need that we still have, and it may not be physiological all the time, because sometimes safety is about our attitude, or our understanding of things can sometimes give us that feeling of safety, can't they? So we've got our basic needs met, so we are surviving. We've got our safety needs met, yeah. So the next stage is love and belonging. And you know, all human beings are born, regardless of their status and regardless of where they're born, who they're born to. This is nothing to do with culture, religion or anything. This is just simple biology. We are all born with an inherent need to love and be loved. Now, some might not use the term love, but whichever term you use, affection, belonging, whatever it is, we all need to receive it and to give it. And we all need to be able to do that. If a child is starved of love, that will affect their development severely. But equally, if a child isn't allowed to show love, to demonstrate love, that will damage their development too. So this is an inherent need that we have, and it's something that we need right from the moment of birth, to know where we belong. Yeah, so that that feeling of belonging in a family, as well as belonging in our social group, who's our friendships, that belonging in the team at work, that sense of love and belonging. Now, not all of these relationships are love-based, of course, but that having love and belonging in our lives in various ways, again, really important to us. We've got our physical needs have been met. We've met our safety needs. We're loved and we know where we belong. Now we have esteem needs. And this, of course, is about how we feel about ourselves. Okay, if we only ever feel bad about ourselves, we're going to struggle with the higher up levels. We're going to struggle with that because, you know, while we think that we're rubbish, it's very hard then to believe in ourselves, to believe that we can achieve things. So our esteem needs have to be met, and they're met in all kinds of ways, of course. Each time we achieve something and we feel good about it, that's meeting our esteem needs. Now, if, as we're growing, other people are saying, well done to us, and you know, praising us for trying, even if we haven't got to exactly where we wanted to. But, you know, I was very fortunate in this because in my family, you know, my parents practically had a party if you brought home a drawing from school. You know, we were very much well done, grew up with a lot of well done. So that, you know, that really, really helped me when I got to secondary school and started looking around to see what I thought I would be able to achieve and what actually I wanted to achieve. So self-esteem is very, very important. Next is our cognitive needs. We want knowledge. We want to understand things. We want to know how to create things. We want to understand the world around us, the people around us. We want to understand ourselves. Knowledge is then what we need. That is part of our normal human development, to want knowledge. And that's shown clearly, really, since the dawn of time, and the time, you know, when the first time somebody managed to make a fire, which was probably by accident, but, you know, it turned out to be a really good thing. The invention of the wheel, all of those things show that human beings have this natural need for knowledge and creativity. Yeah, we have to try and find new ways of doing things. We need to find out more about our history, about our geography, about our environment, all kinds of subjects. Okay, so cognitive is the next level. After cognitive, so cognitive is all about thinking and understanding, working things out, and then the next level is aesthetic needs. We need things that just look good, that are there for no other reason than because we like them. Yeah, so art, sculptures, or just the tools that we use every day. For instance, my cup that says, home is wherever I am with you. It's aesthetically pleasing, the shape of it, there's a nice picture on it. We buy lots of items because they're aesthetically pleasing to us. Our clothes, We pick the clothes that we pick, the styles, the colours, because they're aesthetically pleasing to us, and that's really important. So we're getting now more about creativity, but instead of creation as in engineering and that, we're looking at just to look good. So now then, we're at the top of Maslow's hierarchy, yeah? We've got our physical needs are met. We've got our, we've got our cocoa and cheese and pickle sandwiches down there. And then we've got our safety. We feel safe. We've got our love and belonging, which again, that's pretty close to a lot of our safety stuff as well. We know where we belong. We know that we're loved. Our esteem needs are being met because every now and then somebody's saying, well done to us. And we're also recognizing when we achieve things. Then our cognitive needs, there's a lot of thinking going on, yeah, a lot of thinking and planning and working out and understanding. Our brains are absolutely incredible with the things that they can do, the performances that they can do in there, and then aesthetically pleasing. We want things to look really beautiful. Now come to the very top, the apex, which is self-actualization, or in other words, reaching our full potential. And we can only reach our full potential because all of the other layers are in place. Does that make sense? How many people come up to you if you're hungry, if you're without money, if you're without a place to live? How many people come up to you and say, well done? Well, they don't, do they? So you see, but once that's in place, well, that you don't have to think about that anymore. That's happening. It's automatic. Yeah. Safety. Yeah. I've got a key to my front door. Yes. I shut my windows at night. Yes. I know how to cross the road safely. I'm safe. Yeah. I've got my food and my water and my shelter. There might only be a bedsit, and it might be, value variety foods. Doesn't matter because they're in place. And now I've got my safety stuff is all there. I know what I'm doing. I know how to make sure I don't poison myself by cooking foods that are dodgy and stuff like that. Well, then I've also got love and belonging because you know what, I've got a partner and they love me and I love them, but I've also got family and I've got some very close friends that I love and care about, and I know where I belong in the world at this time, and I'm quite happy with that. And yeah, my self-esteem, well, it's okay. I recognize when I'm achieving, and I know when I'm doing well, but also my partner tells me when I'm doing well, and my friends tell me, and I'm not overwhelmed with compliments, but it's enough, and that's not too bad. And that allows me then, because my self-esteem isn't bad, because I know that I can achieve things, because I've achieved things in the past. You see, I've got myself somewhere to live. I've got myself an income so that I can eat and so that I can get by in life, and I have a partner who loves me. I've achieved those things. So, well, actually then I can achieve other things. So what are those things that I want to achieve? What am I interested in? Do you know what? I'm going to chase after that thing. I'm going to go to the library and I'm going to get out the books, and I'm going to go on a course, and I'm going to surf the internet, and I'm going to find out information about this particular subject that really works for me. At the same time, of course, I'm starting to appreciate colour and design, and actually some things just look lovely for their own sake, and they don't serve a purpose to me. They might serve a purpose to somebody else, but you know what? I just like it. I just like the design. That's good enough for me. So now then, I've been doing lots of thinking and planning and understanding and learning. And do you know what? The thing I wanted to do in life is happening. I can do that. I feel confident that I can do that. How does that feel? So Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a great personal development model. So in my next video, I'm going to actually start a personal development plan. So if you want to have your pen and paper ready, that would be great. But until then, goodbye.